Boykin throwing too tall. It was pulled in.
Pressure from behind. Mangum flips it into the end zone. We've seen this before. Touchdown.
The players' NIL was supposed to help, and the ones it didn't. When NIL became legal, college football changed overnight. Some players signed six-figure deals. Some became millionaires before starting a game. But for every Bryce Young, for every Caleb Williams, there are dozens of college football players NIL never reached. And nobody talks about them. Name, image, and likeness was supposed to fix a long-standing problem in college football. Players were generating billions, schools were getting rich, and the athletes were getting nothing. NIL was the correction, and for some players, it worked perfectly. Take Bryce Young at Alabama.
Pressure again. Young escapes for now. Still alive. Flings it downfield. Has Brooks wide open. And the Tide take the lead. And that is patented. Quick extending. Looking. Pointing deep. And delivers a shot to the end zone. Touchdown.
Before he ever became a full-time starter, he reportedly signed NIL deals worth over $1 million.
I'm still blown away on this Bryce Young. Like, the guy's made $1 million already. That's good, man. He don't need to play next year against us. Then that's amazing. He made $1 million and hadn't started a game yet. You know, I'm excited for it. I wouldn't want to be compliance departments, but $1 million.
Or Caleb Williams, who turned his college career into a full-blown brand.
Furthest out. Williams pulls it back, and there's Addison, and there's the first USC touchdown.
Williams rolls. Williams rifles. Touchdown!
Endorsements, commercials, social media influence. These players didn't just benefit from NIL, they mastered it. And to be clear, they earned it.
And the winner for 2022, Caleb Williams, Southern Cal.
They were elite talents. They brought attention. They brought revenue. This is what NIL was supposed to look like. But here's what NIL coverage usually leaves out.
Here comes pressure. Portal season.
College football roster has 85 scholarship players. Most NIL money goes to quarterbacks.
These guys will get run.
Manning being pressured, steps up in the pocket, goes downfield, and it's a touchdown.
Star skill players.
The two backs as receivers. And now a downfield shot on first down for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State strikes first.
Highly ranked recruits.
In the 2023 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Bryce Young, quarterback, Alabama.
What about the rest? The backup safety.
Can be dangerous in the future.
3rd and goal. Lausch in trouble. Down he goes, Arvell Reese.
The special teams gunner.
Love push through the hole. Stays on his feet. Love, touchdown. 12 yards out, and Love is in the air.
The offensive lineman who never touches the ball.
On the ball with the lead. Money Parks running behind Vincent, who got a block in there.
At many programs, those players make nothing from NIL. Same workouts, same risks, same injuries, different outcomes. There's a reason offensive linemen are constantly brought up in NIL conversations.
Keandre Lambert-Smith had one more than he.
They're essential, and they're invisible. At Iowa, fans noticed this gap and created an NIL collective specifically to pay offensive linemen.
Yeah, I'm mad at everybody getting paid and making all the teams good.
Oh yeah, now everybody like splitting up all the talent and shit.
I don't like that at all.
Because without intentional effort, they were being left out entirely. That should tell you something. If fans don't step in, some of the most important players on the field are ignored by the NIL market. Because NIL doesn't reward value, it rewards visibility.
Williams featured back tonight. And he dives in for the LSU.
Now think about walk-ons, players who don't have scholarships, pay for housing, work side jobs, still suit up every Saturday. Very few NIL deals reach them, yet they fill practice squads, push starters, keep programs functioning.
Looks at how NIL can be a challenge for players who have to deal with the new financial reality.
NIL didn't change their reality. It simply reminded them where they stand.
The landscape of college sports right now is nasty, and obviously NIL is in that mix. It's the wild, wild west. I've always been a proponent of, players need to be paid, but there's no ordinance or regulations with it. So as someone who is in the space and still follows the space, thoughts on just the college landscape right now?
This is where NIL becomes uncomfortable because players know who's getting paid.
Name, image, and likeness is not really name, image, and likeness. I mean, I think we all understand what it's become and what we allowed it to become. And I said long ago and got very criticized for, is this what we want college football to become?
They see the cars. They hear about the deals. They see the social media posts. Some players are worried about losing playing time, losing deals after an injury.
Has this sort of hands-off third-party relationship, and we uncovered many cases where these athletes were promised one thing and got another, and promised big money, and then the contracts are abruptly pulled.
Being replaced through the transfer portal, others are just trying to hold on to their roster spot. Same locker room, very different pressures. College football was never equal.
The NIL is a joke. It has nothing to do with NIL. NIL was created, for players that would be able to use their name, their image, and their likeness, a la NIL.
But before NIL, everyone at least wore the same uniform. Now, the gap is visible. Some players arrive on campus with agents, NIL advisors, social media teams. Others arrive with a duffel bag, a scholarship, and a chance. NIL didn't erase that gap. It monetized it. This isn't an argument against NIL. Players deserve to benefit from their talent. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If NIL only works for the few, if it leaves most players untouched, then the question becomes, did NIL fix college football? Or did it just change who benefits the most? College football is changing fast. If you care about the sport, this conversation matters. Let me know what you think in the comments. And subscribe for more real stories from behind the game.